After 6 days of testimony, the jury in the trial of Andre Greer heard closing arguments from both sides. Greer is among 3 men accused in the 2016 kidnapping and shooting death of Bianca Horton.
She was murdered just months before she was set to testify against a man who shot her and 3 others. Local 3's Madison Sims joins us now with a recap from today's testimony. Madison.
Cindy, over the last week, the jury has heard from 26 of the state's witnesses, including an expert from the Chattanooga Police Department. That's Jeremy Winbush. He is a former police officer and expert in Chattanooga gangs. Now, he gave testimony today, and it was a continuation of his testimony from Saturday. Here's what he had to say. Day 6 of the Andre Greer trial started with continued testimony from former Chattanooga police officer Jeremy Winbush. He says the department used cell phone data provided by the FBI to link Greer and a fellow gang member to 3 phone numbers used around the areas where the crime was committed.
If a phone was at 3 different towers, or at least multiple towers, more than one, during this time period, that would be a place for us to start as potential suspects.
The defense questioned whether or not any of the recovered evidence tied Greer to Horton in any way.
There's no physical evidence that Andre Greer is involved in this all. You would agree with me on
that? Physical evidence, if we're speaking about, biological, forensic evidence, DNA, fingerprints, no, sir.
Witnesses? No direct evidence?
No, sir.
Earlier in the trial, several witnesses said they didn't remember providing police details about the murder, despite audio recordings of their conversations being played. Winbush addressed this when brought up by the prosecution.
In most cases, it's because of in cases involving gangs or some type of violence where they feel their life is threatened, or they may have been directly or indirectly told not to testify.
He also addressed the content of several jail recordings where Greer and other gang members are heard talking about handling a, quote, situation.
If you have any idea or any opinion as to what the other situation, the other thing.
Yes.
What is that?
Killing of witnesses.
Both the state and defense rested their cases on Monday, with the defense calling no witnesses and Greer waiving his right to testify. The jury heard from both sides in closing arguments.
The law also doesn't require you to look at these facts through a straw. To look at just one piece of evidence. What the law requires you to do, and what you've just been instructed by the judge to do, is to look at all of it together. And does it lead you to only one possible answer? Yes, it does. That answer is this defendant is guilty as charged.
From the very beginning, I told you she was murdered. She's absolutely murdered. Just not by Andre Greer. He had nothing to do with it. And they didn't have any evidence to present to you to prove that he had anything to do with it.
The jury is still hearing closing arguments from the state, and as soon as they begin deliberations, we'll be sure to share that on our Local 3 News website, where I've been providing real-time updates. Reporting from the Hamilton County Courthouse, I'm Madison Sims, Local 3 News.